Hey guys, before the video starts, I just wanted to let you know that I am a Humble partner, so any of the links that you click down below will give me a kickback if you buy anything on the Humble site. And there are also timestamps down in the description below. What's going on, guys? My name is gregandcin, and today we're going to be talking about the Humble Bundle Store Winter Sale. Yes, it ends at January 25th, 10 p.m. Pacific time, as you can see right there. I went through a lot of all the sales that are going on, some of the publisher sales, all that fun stuff to find some cool things for you guys. There's Cuphead right there. I didn't see that when I was looking through these. Man, I need to pay more attention. But anyways, I looked through all of them that I could so I could find some cool deals for you guys that I think you will really enjoy. So, without further ado, let's get started. And the first off is BIT.TRIP Runner. Let's have the YouTube video play in the background as I explain this game. BIT.TRIP Runner was a Wii game that did get on PC later, but most of the time you're doing some jumping and weird platforming that is constantly side-scrolling that is matched with the beat. It's pretty fun. There's lots of cool backgrounds and stuff in all the different levels. I think it's one of the more interesting indie games that I've seen in my time. I mean, just look at it. It's so colorful, and while this kind of like weird 8-bit aesthetic might have been overdone a little bit, I think this is actually pretty different compared to all the other indie games that we have seen just been churned out over the years. As you can see, it's a kind of like a 2.5D. We have the 3D backgrounds and then the 2D character. So for only $2.49, I think you're getting a lot of content for the money. Next up, we have BRÜTAL Legend. This is a pretty decent game. For the most of the first part of the game, you're going to be playing a third-person action brawler in this almost open-world kind of game. But as time goes on, some RTS elements get implemented into it. I've never played long enough into the game to get to that point, but for what I have played, it is a pretty solid game. Along with all that, you have a lot of like just rock and roll classics that are playing characters throughout the game. It has an amazing soundtrack, which unfortunately would get me copyright striked or something on this channel, so you're not going to hear any of that. And the main character is also voiced by Jack Black, so take that as you will. It's a pretty hardcore game, and while it can be a little bit buggy on a higher frame rate setting, you're still going to have a fun experience. I do recommend a controller for this, by the way. Only $3. It's a pretty decent game for that price. Here we have GUACAMELEE Super Turbo Championship Edition. I did play this during Extra Life, and it was a fun experience. I only got like 4 hours into it, maybe a little less than that. I'm probably remembering wrong, but it's a solid game. It is kind of a Metroidvania style game, lots of influence from that genre, but it does take life into its own with this whole luchador aspect. You play as a luchador, you can get different costumes that kind of change how the game plays, and I do recommend this edition of GUACAMELEE because it is the most polished from this, and I believe the gold version is also available, but I don't recommend picking that up. Just get this one. It does have a 4-player co-op experience, which is pretty fucking solid. It is only $5.24. Just, if you're looking for a solid Metroidvania game, pick it up. HUNIEPOP, yes. I don't know why I'm talking about this game. I just think it's a solid, like, match 3 type game outside of the weird sexual parts of the game that kind of like push you forward. If you're not into any of the girls, you probably won't enjoy it as much. As you can see, it's very flaunty with it. $2.49, as long as you're playing on the DRM free version of this game. You turn off the game setting in Discord, nobody will know you're playing it, and you won't have to feel ashamed. I honestly think this is just a really solid game. You have to get to know the girls so you can level up and get gifts and all that kind of stuff. You actually have to plan out your moves. There are so many times where I've lost in this game when I probably shouldn't have because I was just playing stupid. Other than that, play to your heart's content. So next up is PSYCHONAUTS. This is the cult classic that you always see being raged about on the internet whenever somebody mentions Double Fine. $1.49. This is a solid 3D platformer. There are some collectathon elements in this game, and there are some cool powers that you can use. You play as this kid Raz. You get into this like psychic like summer camp deal, and you're training to be a psychonaut soldier. Go into like people's minds, and you have to try and do all these weird things, like travel through all the weird recesses of it, find weird figments of their imagination. And there's other stuff that are just around the world that is pretty fun about the summer camp aesthetic. Also, all the characters just kind of creep me out. I recommend grabbing a controller for this game as well. Overall, I think you're gonna like the characters, the theme, and everything else if you're just into some out there stuff. Oh my god. This is the last game on the list, VOLGARR the Viking. This is a very punishing game. It's only $1. And let me tell you, this might be one of the hardest games on this list. It will make you want to throw your controller more than anything. I know I've said that about a lot of games, but this is very reminiscent of those old school arcade games where they want you to just keep pumping in quarters. I haven't gotten to a part where I can save. I'm still stuck at the beginning, and I've played this game so many times. It's just, I can't explain just how hard it is. Think of it as like a Dark Souls of like 2D platforming games. I gotta hate that phrase. But if you just want something that's gonna challenge you in a 2D platforming environment that has one of the coolest aesthetics that I haven't seen used in a while, check it out. VOLGARR the Viking is pretty fucking badass. So that is all I have to say about the Humble Bundle Store Sale Winter thing. Of course, if you want to see any other sales that might come either on Steam, GOG, Uplay, Origin, etc., whatever, hit that subscribe button. It will be down there. You can hit it up in the corner. Check out one of the videos on the side. One will be one I recommend to you. One will be one YouTube recommends to you. Check out all the links down below for all the sales that I mentioned and the sale itself, and to see anything else I am doing on the internet. My name's gregandcin. I'm out.